Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Back again, another handsome beatdown.
Yeah, that's right. Telling you, that music make you want to slap the fuck out of somebody with a smile on your face.
Damn right. Damn right. We got a special handsome beatdown for y'all today, boy. This is gonna be some wild ass shit. I'm your host, Beatdown Brown. My co-host, Handsome Mandella, and we brought a few friends along.
Boy,
Jimmi
we go
Pynk,
way back.
Go way back with. We had, since we talking about beef, I mean, we don't even need to hold back on what the topic is. Since we talk about beef, and we talking about what MCs do in beef, why not have all MCs here? So, like I said, Beatdown Brown, Handsome Mandella for the Handsome Beatdown, but then brought along my homegirl, Jimmi Pynk, my man, that guy Eclipz. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, everybody, man? Shout out to the Schwabel Room. Shout out to the Dirty 30. Shout out to all my brethren. Long time no see, family members. How's everybody feeling?
Indeed.
Oh,
man, feeling great. This feel like family. This a family reunion. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
This shit is wild. This shit is wild. Okay.
Man.
We got to get into it, because if I didn't hurry up and hit record, we was going to mess around and have a whole show off camera. You know how we get when we start talking. So what we're addressing right now is the current status right now of this whole beef thing. So in all reality, we talking about you got the Drake, the Kendrick, J. Cole's in and out involvement. We got Rick Ross has now entered the building. Metro Boomin, Future, Weeknd is involved himself. ASAP Rocky is involved himself, and we don't know who else is sitting on the sidelines. I haven't seen more comedy about this whole thing. Well, Simba just had to address Cole in this. But we are going to get back to Simba and what he had to say. Even the fact of what's my man Lupe and his comments at Coachella last night before last.
Oh, I didn't hear that. What did Lupe say?
Me neither. Let's hear it.
Okay, so we established who the main players of this is, and the fact that basically this whole beef is centered around Kendrick basically throwing them ultra fire shots across the bow at Kendrick. He's like, I'm tired of subliminals. Let's just do it. What's up? And so with that said, then with J. Cole catching a stray more so, because if you really listen and analyze the diss, it was all about Drake, and it was just because Kendrick was like, okay, Drake, you clicking up now? It was Drake, you're clicking up, not Cole. You're clicking up. It's Drake, you're clicking up. You trying to get somebody with you, and that's where the stray was thrown about that. Yes, he did have something to say.
I don't know about that. The reason why I say that, like, yes, most of the shots was taken towards Drake, but the one that said the big three was Cole.
Yeah,
he's the one that said it.
Yeah, he did.
Remember, and then we also got the line, walk with a stick. It ain't Andre 3K. That's Cole on Dreamville album. What that song? Well, stick. Yeah,
you did.
True.
And like I said, that's catching. And I still speak on the fact that that's a stray, because the fact of the matter is the whole premise for the whole verse was with the dog motif, the goofy with a check, going through and talking about you bring that coffin out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And then coming with that, I hope you see Pet Cemetery. That's a K with a 9. You're gonna see Pet Cemetery.
I also like the goofy.
All the talk people.
I also like the goofy with the check. Going back to Drake and Kanye, checks over stripes. That's what we like.
Also, yeah, but also the goofies with a check could mean Drake and that Nike contract that he got the check for the swoosh.
That's what I just said. Checks over stripes.
Got you.
Yeah.
I feel you
Kanye
on that.
with the Adidas. Yeah.
I feel you on. That's what I was thinking. That, but I picked up what you put down for sure. For sure.
So with all this said and done, where Lupe comes in, because after Cole's apology, then everybody was referencing how Lupe apologized to Kendrick after basically saying, I don't listen to this cat. I don't think he's barred up like that, you know, whatever. And then he came back and was like, yo, you know what? I never really analyzed the man's catalog. He might have something going on. My fault for even opening I'm sorry for even opening my mouth. No, he did not apologize. He said, I'm sorry for opening my mouth. And I got that. But he's still in his feelings because people's calling out saying he apologized to Kendrick. Okay, whatever, dog. You know, however it goes for you, whatever stops you from sleeping at night. But now he want to get up there. I ain't never scared of battling nobody. Ask Royce. It's like, dog, I need you. I need you to sit down. Nobody's talking about you.
I don't feel like you should apologize for a diss track. Ever. You said it. You said it because you fucking meant it. If you're apologizing for a diss track, you're not built for this. That's really how I feel.
And that's
exactly what it is. Apologizing for a diss track, that basically means whatever you were saying in the diss track was cap. Because at some point, somebody told you to stand on it and you crossed your legs. You said, you know what I'm saying? And the whole point of it, like, all right, let's be honest. Even if you're of an upper echelon level of MC who can just do things very organically, I don't need no pen and pad, whatever like that. I could just go and freestyle a million bars over any beat. It's still, even if you're an MC of that level, do people understand what it takes to record, mix and master a song? So to make a diss track, you had several moments throughout that process to reel yourself in, pull yourself back, and say, nah, maybe I'm tripping. You know what? I like this song though. I like this beat. But instead of making this song about him, I could take this, I could change this bar to where I'm not saying his name or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
analyze everything that you said. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
because go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Oh no, because go ahead. You got it. At the same part, if you really sit back and think, and I hate to go back to this, but if you go back in the Jay and Nas beef, the ether that we got is not the original ether. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's two versions of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And the first one said he went all the way in on that shit. Like he went.
It was worse. It was worse.
If it would have got released, it might have been some bodies behind that shit.
Well, it's funny you said that, because that was going to be my final point, was that as a lot of people say, these guys are fighting or somebody's getting shot over lyrics. And it's like, no, I sometimes understand why the energy escalates, because it's like when you're saying certain things on tracks about what you're going to do to me or what you did, or you're dissing my dead homie and my family member and you're talking crazy. Remember, like I just pointed out, there was a lot of steps. That's why even sometimes cats don't even get it. Like, yeah, the engineer might get caught up in that madness, because it was like, oh, so you sat there for 2 hours mixing this song.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this is what happens, and I want to go to the story I added on.
Okay.
The reason why Pusha exposed Drake's son is because you brought up his fiance. Yeah. If you're not ready to deal with crossing that line, then don't fucking cross it. And we already noticed from the leak and everything else, Drake, you made sure that was engineered to perfection. You put on your little singing part at the end and shit like that. We heard the leak first, where you said what you said. So the reason why you got exposed is because, like Eclipz is saying, you had pastors. You decided to put it out anyway. Now you get what you get. If you're going to put it out there for the world to hear, then you better be prepared for what the fuck is going to come back. Period.
Not just that. Now, hold up. Not just that, but first off, I agree exactly to what you're saying, Pink. But in the same sense, Drake thought it was a game. He thought it was some bullshit. Thought it was going to be that Meek Mill shit all over again. Nah, bruh. Not this time, buddy. You done crossed the wrong one.
And honestly, I think that's where he's heading with this one, because you done brought Kendrick's wife up. And one, he's at a disadvantage with the Kendrick situation, because Kendrick being, and Eclipz, you and I have talked about this several times over, the fact of no matter what his politics are, how his weird duality, everything that he brings up with the fact of sharing how much of his personal life, including his possible alleged criminal past, out there. What are you going to expose him for? Oh, you cheated on your girl before. Yeah, I got like 2 verses on the joint about that. And
who the fuck didn't?
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you wild out like this and like that. Yeah, that's also on album number 2, and album number 3 covers this part of it. So it's like he doesn't have anything to work on. And one thing I was talking with my homeboy Big Mike about with this drop of Give Me 50, talking about he's getting extorted for 50% of his proceeds by Top. It's like, dog, that's a better deal than you got still to this day, because that management deal that you switched into after, if you're reading this too late, you still got 2 other labels besides, actually 3 other labels besides OVO in your pocket. So you talking all this cash shit and acting like other cats is getting pulled, but we gonna act like you Trump. Can you release your tax? Can you release your tax returns, sir?
Yeah, which is where Rick Ross came from.
But also,
can I tell y'all the truth?
Go ahead.
Can I tell y'all the truth real quick? You know, my favorite diss record of everybody's is Rick Ross's. It ain't the most lyrical. Rick Ross's was my favorite. I'm sorry, it was.
It's all body shots. It's all body shots, right to the gut.
Literally right to the gut. Hey, you done got that.
Literally right to the gut.
Them abs is gone. You looking real funny right now, BBL Drake. I mean, he is punching. Ross, you already said who would have thought. Eclipz, you said who would have thought Ross would have won the day, but right now, Ross has kind of got this sewed up right now.
Rick Ross dropped a real diss track. I'm not waiting. I'm recording this shit. I'm dropping it. It ain't even mastered. And I'm taking fucking for real shots at you, nigga.
Let me back up for a second. So back to what we were saying about with Drake playing with people's baby moms and wives, and saying Drake going too far. All right, have you heard High Whitney yet?
No, okay. The other one they said is another AI joint, but
I don't know. This is supposed to be a studio release. It didn't say AI, and it sounded pretty. It was only what I heard was only about a minute or something, and it sounded like a song that still just needs a little bit of mixing. But if that's true, if this is true, or even if this is just AI, like I was saying earlier, like the thing about hip hop. It's a universal culture, but it's always grounded itself in the streets. And in the streets, you'll find certain things. We already know where I'm getting at. You'll find certain things, certain type of shit. That's why the idea of authenticity and standing on it, being air quote real, is so sacrosanct. That's so like essential to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Being real and true to who you are. Okay.
I mean,
some of these things that, like, when you start talking like this, I'm expecting something to happen. And if nothing happens, I'm looking at everybody goofy. That's like when you see 2 niggas in a McDonald's whooping and hollering and screaming at each other or whatever, in the middle of the grocery store. And only so many times 2 grown men supposed to be engaging each other and raise voices before they're supposed to be talking with their shoulders. What you doing? Like, what are you really doing? What is this? And that goes back to what you were saying, Clinton, about these light ass little warning shots and these little filler jab diss songs. This is starting to give it that element of two grown men arguing in a bar. Y'all niggas in these fighting, you know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna take it even further back to knock this chip off my shoulder.
Type shit.
And
y'all just running y'all mouth and somebody gonna knock a chip off somebody's shoulder.
Here goes.
I feel exactly what you're saying.
Here's where I'm going to go to take it away from the physicality of it, because what happens is beef, battles, and everything else, no matter what anybody says, that's what this whole art form, yeah, it was built off the party end of things, whatever, but the whole competition
100%.
element, of it, all the way back to Funky 4+1, the Furious 5, and all that other stuff, it was crews battling, okay, and seeing who was going to knock who off. And with this being the case, two major things here. Cats do take it too far when it's personal, which is Drake's MO. And one thing with that being Drake's MO that bothers me, or that looks like something else, is the fact of, all right, that really shows me you don't have the bars. You don't have the bars to really go in. And that's why you get joints like, I scanned through that High Whitney. You start bringing up stuff like that or whatever, because
he doing too much. If that's a real song, you feel me? If that's a real song,
yeah. If that's a real song, you're doing too much. And this is where it goes from microphone to somebody snatching you from somewhere.
Right. Not to cut you off, my brother, but like, so you're scanning it while we're talking, so you scanned it. So you're confirming to me, yeah, that sounds like a real song. If Drake releases that song, something needs to happen to that boy. And Kendrick being Kendrick, and the West Coast, how they feel about Kendrick, they some real emotional niggas over there. They crash out boys over there. If Drake releases this song, triple your security.
Really? But this once again goes to the fact of, this is somebody, I listen to how the Surgical Summer, when Push did his thing, okay? When Push did his thing with the Surgical Summer and kept it where he didn't before the exposing of his kid, that was all lyrics, that was all bars, that was all about who you are as a person. Ross, even outside of everything, has kept it all him. He brought your mother in and only said something about your mother. Hell, even was still nice to your mother after you brought your mother into it. You know what I'm saying? He's not going there. He's going there directly at him. If you look at him, we're not going to bring in Super Ugly Ether and all that other stuff. We're not going to bring in J Nas. We're not going to go big. We're not going to go Big Pac for 1 second, because those were ugly fights in a different way. But if you go to No Vaseline,
you can go
and go to the NW. If you go No Vaseline in the NWA fight, that was all directly personal them.
But at the same time, too, when Push said he was going to do Surgical Summer and he dropped the story of Adidon, he said, I have more if you come at me. And Drake sat the fuck down and pulled out the goddamn Degrassi reunion when he needed to. I'm sorry, I'm that girl, so I can tell y'all that. No, he dropped the Degrassi reunion without upset when he had to, because we was waiting for that Degrassi reunion. He dropped it when he had to get the heat up off of him, because Push was like, it's gonna be a Surgical Summer, and if you want to react back, I got receipts, nigga, and I'm going in. He didn't.
But that was because homeboy went there, and like I said, don't speak my family name. You speak my family name, you change this from lyrics. We could keep this lyrics all day, which is where it should stay, where it is. That's exactly how Kendrick started it, and that's where it's going.
Keep it bars. We want to keep it bars
all day. We've had numerous battles, beefs, and all like that. Like I said, going back to the history of this, going with No Vaseline, going with Easy-E, going at Dre, going with all them, going back at Easy, everything, all the West Coast beefs that were major, those stayed all records. Cass was talking about each other, but they wasn't only time Michelle's name came up was the clown Dre for doing tracks with chicks. Besides that, they never said anything about Michelle as a person. They never said anything like that. You know, they kept it off of family members. Nobody ever brought up Erica Wright, ever. You know what I'm saying? That never came up. And like, hell, you didn't find out her name like that until after Easy passed. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of those things. It didn't happen. And these is cats that hated each other's guts for real. That basically was family at one point and broke off from each other. And they kept family members' names out of it. Everything else. You got KRS-One. Well, BDP will say, but KRS-One versus all the Queens. Even when cats went up there, Roxanne only got brought up because she actually got bars and was doing it herself. Besides that, nobody else was brought up.
But you do know that the code of real hip hop was different in this goddamn bullshit ass era. It's different. The reason why we're even talking about this and why we're loving this is because it is bars. Because usually the beef is not fucking bars.
No, usually the beef is Caston says something, next you know they spun up on somebody's block and then shut up somebody's mama house. You are exactly
Come on,
right.
man. Let's keep it a buck as the only female on the panel.
Hey, sometimes I like
we
that.
We had the beef. I know you did, but this beef ain't new. We had Cardi and Nicki trading jabs, Ice Spice taking the side, Glorilla taking the side. We've been doing this in female hip hop, and it's only been bars. We've been doing this. The reason why we care is because it's the quote unquote big three. Actually fucking barring up. That's the only reason why we even fucking care.
Okay, now I got one thing I want to drop in on this before we go back into who's done what, who said what, who's been effective, who hasn't been effective. Can we really, truly, especially with the new controversy coming out now that one of his biggest hits, Drake's biggest hit off her song was written by Yachty, and they got the reference tracks out there right now. Can we really even believe any of this? And can we really even stand by the fact of how can Drake battle when you're a performer, not a pen? And
first of all, please let me answer this. Please let me answer this. Please.
Go ahead.
First of all, I have not had faith in Drake since nothing was the same. I have had no faith in Drake, which is the album that made me a fan and the album that made me doubt him at the same time. Okay. When Meek Mill back in the day, when Meek Mill said he got ghostwriters and had receipts, we old school hip hop, y'all. We gotta realize we the old heads, we the gatekeepers now. We have to realize where we're at in our life. These young motherfuckers don't care.
I am not
it's ghostwritten.
I am not the gatekeeper. I'm the old nigga outside the store that's not asking for change. That's motherfucker just sitting there playing chess and talking shit.
I don't mean it in gatekeeper. I'm just saying I'm generalizing.
In 20 more years, I'll be the mayor. I'll be the mayor and do the right thing.
We are the last generation of hip hop in its purest form. We are the last generation of that. We all agree on that. Yeah. Hip hop in its purest form. So when Meek Mill thought he hit with, but I'm exposing he a ghostwriter, Meek Mill lost, y'all. He lost.
Oh yeah.
In our generation, that would have been the end of Drake.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
That would have been the end of him. So
I disagree. No. I disagree.
You don't think so? Let's talk. I want to hear the opposite side. Let's talk about it. Go ahead. What you feel?
All right. Being old enough and being at this from the time when we had our rap.
Right.
Real niggas could freestyle. But if you really remember that lunch table, that hallway shit was your rap. It'd be like, yo, Corey, spit that rap, and you had that one thing that you had one little ditty you'd go for a couple days. Cats would even sing along with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the little call and response moments. We had our raps, and only certain cats could freestyle. Even in those days, you understood the cats who were performers, i.e. the Eric Wrights to O'Shea Jackson's pen. You feel what I'm saying? We understood that. But remember, the true idea of the MC, or you know what I'm saying, being on stage was you were the street
move.
reporter. You were the voice box for all these niggas. Like I always try to remind these little niggas, you go look at that paid in full fucking album cover, and you see that. You see Supreme. You see Bimmy. You see all them niggas. You see the real 50 Cent.
Yeah.
And there's only one rapper. That's what hip hop. That was a very important element to hip hop that people forgot. That sometimes you might have the ghostwriters. How Jay Prince wrote a lot of that shit. Yeah, Scarface writes a lot of shit and makes beats and does a lot of things. But a lot of times, Jay Prince is Jay Prince. He can't be saying that on stage.
Right.
So go ahead, little nigga, you do that. And I've always said Drake is probably the biggest performer and recording artist of this century.
Absolutely.
But
and
you've always got to asterisk him as an MC. As far as a rapper, he's probably the best right now.
But
as far as MC,
but
that's when the Kendricks and Coles come into conversation.
But going into an argument I had before, it's like, Pink, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm sorry.
There you go. But this goes back to what I was saying before. A double-sided end of it. Clips, you and I said this. I was talking with one of my homies at work. I said, with the whole Drake thing right now, this goes back to my Kanye thing. As far as one of the best rappers out there, Kanye might be one of the best rappers out there because, yes, I could hear when it's Sci-Hi. I could hear when it's Rhyme Fest. I could hear when it's some of the other writers. But I could tell you for sure, there is times where, as much as I like Sci-Hi, the best Sci-Hi that you get comes out of Kanye's mouth because of the way Kanye spits it. The best Rhyme Fest that you ever hear comes out of Kanye's mouth because of how Kanye spits it. We know who wrote it.
Anybody don't believe what he just said right there? It's available. Go get the original version of Jesus Walks, which is Rhyme Fest's song.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's cool,
okay.
But Kanye
and I will agree. I'll agree with you on that. I want to break it down a little bit further. I will say there can be a best rapper, a best MC, and a best hip hop performer. Those are hip hop performances. You can be the best at. You're not the best rapper. Like, to me, the best rapper is somebody that ain't got lyrics. Like, to me, the best rapper is somebody like Future, 21 Savage. Those are rappers.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, those are rappers. You're not the best lyricist, but you write what you say what you mean, and you deliver it well. What Clips is describing right now to me is the best hip hop performer.
Now
it's like an actor. Meryl Streep is the greatest actor in the world. She ain't write shit, she said.
And I'm feeling you on that. Now, going with that and going with the comparisons right now, because everybody is getting mad saying, oh, the Michael Jackson comparisons, the Prince comparisons, yada, yada, yada. I was like, it's kind of equally fitting for the simple fact of, yes, Michael did a lot of production on his work. Michael was his own vocal producer, but he had songwriters. And so, therefore, with that, Michael was the best performer, thus Drake. But on the flip
Prince
side,
did it all. Prince did everything.
All. That was the hit that Kanye was making. Not Kanye, I'm sorry. That's what K-Dot was saying. Like, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Prince did all his shit.
Yeah, and everybody else's. And everybody else's.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, if you hear, you could tell who everybody is by who their cosigns is. And I keep bringing this up. When you listen to the people that cosign K-Dot, you got your Eminems up there like, yo, I locked him in the studio and went and let the rest of Black Hippie in there. And it was just me and him. And I made him switch it. I switched the beat up that I gave him and told him we switching up subject matter in the verse. He wrote that in front of me and it was crazy. That dude is insane. Tech Nine said, yo, I locked the rest of Black Hippie out. Said no phones. It was just me and him. He didn't know the subject matter. He didn't know the beat. And he did that on the spot right there. That dude is different. Danny Brown said the same thing. He's like, Drake is a great performer. It is what it is. He's like, and even with the Cole thing, he's like, Cole seems like he built himself up to be able to do this, and he's good. He's like, but talk about somebody that naturally can do this, like if they was born with it, that's Kendrick. Me and Eclipz was rolling yesterday, and we was up there inadvertently listening to Kendrick joints, man. And we was up there listening to that nostalgia, and to hear Homeboy break down with the mathematics during that whole verse about, and look, he broke all the numbers in. It came out to the weight of a brick. He's like, and I told my dad, everything I write is dope.
Listen, Kendrick is built different, y'all. Kendrick is built different. I'm sorry. Kendrick built different.
Kendrick is total package when it comes to this shit, man. A total package.
Kendrick is built different. Kendrick's supposed to be our age, y'all. Kendrick built different.
Yeah. Well, no, it ain't even about the age thing. It's about, okay. And I'm not even trying to elevate myself or put myself in no comparison with him. But I know a thing that back in the day, why Zeke would always bring me to Youngstown, you know what I'm saying? When I was just always in war and I was real young. Well, Zeke would always bring me to, you know what I'm saying, different artists and sessions in Youngstown and shit. And then eventually we started going other places in Florida. Was because a lot of these artists, and even some of these famous artists when I was younger and I'd be around, yeah, they got to sit with this shit for a couple of days or whatever like that. They got to have a team around them, hey, how they blah, blah, blah. You know, there was very few people, you know, that I've noticed in my personal journey who could, like me, just you play the beat and I can sit there and smoke a blunt and I either got something already that's bang right on that. Maybe
but can I say this? While we giving out flowers, right here. Eclipz, you built different.
Eclipz,
you built different.
I mean, I like to think that. Thank you for saying that. But it's just like as an artist, I've noticed in my life there are certain artists that just, however how good he is, I made songs with this motherfucker. They can't do that. When we did that song together, Jimmi Pynk, I shot you the reference. You shot me that verse back ASAP.
Yeah. ASAP, but I'm a writer. I know what my strength is. But I'm a writer. I could never freestyle that verse. I'm a writer. I know what my strength is, which more,
Kendrick's pen was he could write and he could freestyle. So we got that, like you got, and like I got, where we can just go in and we can do that. What I'm saying is, not trying to build us up, Pink. There's very few people I've encountered.
Fuck that, man. We gotta build each other up at all times. You better talk that shit.
Talk that shit.
That's true too.
You better talk that shit.
I about with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, shit, but just facts. There's very few motherfuckers who can do that. And like Clinton was alluding to, Kendrick throughout his whole come up and still in his career now, you beat all these artists who, just like people who encountered Big and Jay, were so amazed by how they don't write. These people are amazed at how Kendrick, yeah, he writes, but he will do this completely. He will do something that has all these multiple layers, and it's like, nigga, I was sitting there with you. That was like 2 blunts and maybe like a chess game, and then you was ready to record. I'm still thinking about the first 2 years after you recorded. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you went through a whole premise across a verse that hit everything that I was talking about. I was like, what the fuck? And you know what I'm saying? You're one of the first people on speed dial to 3 Stacks when he's getting ready to drop an album, even if it is a flute album, when he's getting ready to drop a verse. When you have that kind of respect, that's why he said the last one is better. He's like, you can have
the last one is better.
He's like, dog, when 3 Stacks was telling you, I didn't know if I was going to do this game anymore. Who did I call? I called him and Tyler, and I got them sitting there, which says a lot. I got somebody who was a straight up and down artist, and then I got a straight up and down MC who happens to also be an artist. And that's who I got to tell them where my journey is right now. That's saying a lot from a 3 Stacks. You, like I said, you got your Tech Nines, you got Eminem, and no matter how you feel or don't feel about Eminem, the fact of the matter is you have to get, as far as lyrical prowess, and then as far as beefs and disses go, one of the nastiest in the game to do it.
I hate Eminem beats, but you know what I'm saying? Eminem is Eminem. Me personally, I like my Marshall on drugs. I like my Marshall on drugs.
You know what? It's fucked up to say, but I kind of do too. But one thing I will say about fucking Eminem,
I like my Marshall like I like my Mary. Mixed with Coke. Go ahead.
He will, even though he be saying a bunch of bullshit, syllable for syllable, It's only him and Busta Rhymes, syllable for syllable.
Yeah.
Well, you got Twisted.
He just be saying a bunch of nonsense.
You got Twisted. Tech is still that damn
Tech Nine. Okay, yeah, Tech Nine.
I mean, people do it. People do it. I mean, you know, I pull it out the bag every now and then. I know artists who can do it, but they don't have to because that's not their lane.
I like doing syllables, but if I ain't saying shit, I can't just be making up shit. I can bust a syllable, but I'm like, it got to make sense. I can't just be saying random shit.
See, but your own the flowers you just gave them have a few thorns on it because I can name countless Busta and Eminem verses as much as I love them.
And that's fair
about
too.
4 bars where you were just trying to rhyme glass with cash, and you know what I'm saying. You were just trying to stick in that lane. That way, it's a little easier. It's easier on the breath. I get it. I do it.
It just reminds me of when he said you can't rhyme anything with orange, and I was like, technically you can't. It's just gonna be syllables, but you ain't go harder than Styles P saying the clothes is orange and the food is garbage. Hey, you ain't going harder than that, but can't nobody run nothing with orange, but you ain't go harder than somebody that did it.
Right. Well, then also, and then there's elements to MCing too that goes back maybe even a performer, like, you know, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, you know what I'm saying? Like we always say. Are we gonna take a lap? Yeah, listen, man, we ain't gonna hit the pen for that. I gotta hit the weed pen for that. We going left that way. Hey, listen. Sucking dick is not a crime.
I'd be in fucking prison if it was.
Oh shit!
Lock her up.
So fucking
before you do, just swing her down by Glenwood Avenue one time.
Don't swing me down by Glenwood.
No, go ahead. You say about
dicks that deserve it. Let's not do that. I suck dicks that deserve it. I ain't just out here slobbing knobs for fun.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't saying that. You know that.
But you said about Sean being a performer. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, but Puff being performer wise, Sauce Money's nice. We all love Sauce Money, but let's be honest.
Sauce Money nice. Yeah.
I don't even want to hear that fucking reference track. That shit would have been garbage. Okay. Puff doing Missing You is a hot song. If you played me the Sauce Money reference track, it would probably take my opinion of that song. Even though I know Sauce Money.
Yeah. But that was why I was getting back to the fact of the matter is when we talk about your Kanye's, when we talk about your Drakes and everybody else, and that's why I'm saying, does Drake have a leg to stand on in this battle, being so ghostwriter laden? Like, dog, we don't know what's your pen. You're not going to go up there.
The reason why? Sorry.
No, go ahead. We don't know what's your pen or not. So the fact of the matter is, you're basically rap chat GTP. Like, I'm gonna give you all this information and give you back the bars to go at this cat with. No, we got. If it was Cole involved, go ahead. What you got, me?
You know, I watched a lot of before, because by the time I got to YouTube, it was Rick Ross's. So I had to go back and look like, oh, Drake dropped, and people were responding to. Shout outs to what's the homie name? No Life Shack.
Mm-hmm.
No Life Shack is my reaction person I go to because I know he real shit. He know his shit. He fuck with it. So I was like, wait, Rick Ross responded back to Drake. I found out about Rick Ross first.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back. Do you know this motherfucker said, is this real or not? Because it was the leak. If your diss track is people not even knowing if it's chat or AI,
mm-hmm.
and we didn't even know if it was a real diss track, that says a lot about your pen. I'm sorry, it does. I'm
gonna be honest with you. If you want to talk about, there was like about 6 AI Drake bars, diss tracks that came out right after like that, like about 6 to 8 of them, and I heard them all. And to be honest with you, even before the J. Cole diss came out, there's like 6 Drake ones that came out, and I'm gonna tell you, they had harder bars than that Drop Down and Give Me 50, and that was
we
just
talking about that earlier. Yeah, I was ready for that AI album. Fuck that. That AI album would have been slapped because there was a couple of them AI songs that really, it was like, ooh, what you gonna do, Kendrick?
Yeah, them AI joints beats and rhymes. I was up there like, oh shit. And look, I don't even want to hear what Drake got to say. This go back to Chappelle talking about the Twitter account, like the fake Dave Chappelle and the fake the fake Cat Williams arguing on Twitter. He's up there like, hey, I just want to let you know that I don't have a Twitter. He's like, what does that mean, Dave Chappelle? I don't have a Twitter either. And like, that's what Drake had going on. He had his murder accounts going crazy.
Can we go to this? I don't want to disrupt what order y'all have going on. Can we talk about some of the bars that was in Drake's diss?
Oh, by all means. Absolutely. There's no order. We going for broke right now.
I wanted to do some research beforehand, but I worked and I couldn't. The bar, honestly, which is fucked up if that's the bar that sticks to me.
Okay.
Is the thing about Metro Boomin going back to doing some drums. That's the one that stuck out to me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Commented. He said, "Yeah, Metro Boomin gonna be getting into some fights over that bar because he's like, yeah, people are just gonna be looking at him like, man, shut your goofy ass up and make some drums, nigga."
Yeah. Right, but at the same time, like, are we not gonna pretend that I Don't Trust You was a whole Drake diss album? Everybody fucking dissed him on every fucking track.
On 2 albums. Remember, it's We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You.
We still don't trust you. So, what the fuck happened with Drake and fucking Future? Does anybody got any background on that? You did a
supposedly
album.
from what I hear, honestly, they saying it's over a female. Something about
my god,
it's always over a female, and that's how Ross got into it as well, because he said something about Drake was trying to holler at Ross's ex-chick or some shit like that, and then took a picture with her on the gram on some bullshit. It's all over a female, supposedly.
Here's my thing. I am a certain type of female. I'm a nerd girl, okay? I'm a blurred, all of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving very, when I seen episode 3 of Star Wars, and I found out Darth Vader turned into Darth Vader over a bitch. It's giving me very that. And I was disappointed then, and I'm disappointed now.
I ain't mad at you.
If this is what all of this, I'm glad we're getting all this good beef and all this good hip hop. But if it all turns into it over a bitch, I'm very disappointed.
That's what I'm hearing. Don't quote me, but that's what I'm hearing, that it's over.
Allegedly.
Look at my shit under my name. Battles entered encouraging foolishness. Beef, my nigga.
But let's go there, though. This is why I say, looking at this whole situation with Drake being a factor in it, that is always the prevalent thing when it comes to him, is the fact that the matter is he built his career off of, I'm going to do something questionable when it involves a woman and it's going to piss somebody off. It's never a case of literally we've got beef because I rhyme better than you, I am better than you. Either business practices or it's a chick.
This is not X-Men 97. This is not Magneto and fucking Gambit over Rogue. This is hip hop. If I found out this all came behind a goddamn female, oh my god.
And look, me and Eclipz can't have the conversation that we had earlier about this and what Drake gives off of his persona, because we've been hanging for a long time and been around a lot of wild shit, and he definitely has the type to discuss that off camera. But he definitely gives off the cat that
fuck that. We gonna talk about it, Clint. You asked me to be on this show. We going viral next. Yeah.
Drake,
all right, I'll say it. No, Drake is the cat that kisses. Drake is the cat that kisses in the mouth during the freak off.
Yeah.
The last
Drake
one.
Freak off kissing things in the mouth and trying to eat box after the box been open.
Allegedly.
Drake is a soft dick nigga.
Allegedly.
I see what y'all saying. You soft dick. I honestly believe you leaked your goddamn jack off video because Taylor Swift had a little bit more fucking shine than you because of Travis Kelce and it was football season. You was like For the Dogs did shit. What is it? Never mind. What's the house album he did? Shit. You only had to do shit.
What was the house album? What was the Beyonce redo album he dropped?
Never mind. Something.
Like I said, the Beyonce.
Okay, never mind.
And wait, and that's
no. Beyonce dropped hers after.
You sure?
But you want to do the house album? I'm about 96%. You want to do the little house album?
Yeah. Here goes
I think he did his first.
Here goes
because I did like stick. Because I did like Sticky, which was another thing because Kendrick and Baby Keem did Sticky over again and did the Hillbillies and did it way better.
That's why I said Kendrick's amount of petty, his amount of pen, his amount of ability to be pop. So on that, hey Whitney, you K-pop and turn to K-pop, dog, you've been pop. You ain't been nobody's rapper. But you're mad because here goes my thing about Drake this whole time. If you notice everything about Drake is always because he's mad. It's always because he's mad because he's that second kid. Drake didn't want to be a rapper. Yeah. Drake wanted to be an actor, but he has no, and I've said this to everybody on here, he's mad because he realized when Degrassi was coming to an end, he had no leading man quality. There was nobody that was going to possibly make him a leading man. So therefore,
everybody thinks Drake is fine. Drake is not, and this is coming from somebody who prefers biracial men. Drake ain't that fine.
There we have it from the lady.
And I prefer biracial men. Drake is not that fine.
He had no leading man quality, so he had to figure out his next play because he knew he couldn't go get a regular job. So he's like, what am I going to do next? And he was a Joe Budden fan. He was a Mos Def fan. Another reason why he was so angry.
He was a Pusha T fan.
He was a Pusha T fan. That's
and why a little brother fan.
And a little brother fan so much that he copied Fontane's voice and flow pattern. Couldn't copy the bars, but if you listen to the first three Little Brother
albums, the breaks too late.
You listen to the first three Little Brother albums and then listen to the Drake. It will make you mad. Did you personal this man? Because I'm sorry, 300-something pound Fontaine sounds like Fontaine talking, but 100-something pound Drake does not sound like that talking. That's about as bad as Shaggy's performance voice versus Shaggy talking. That man stole Fontaine's voice because he was that much of a dick writer. He's an actor, y'all. He's an actor, and as an actor, he knows how to play a part.
And that's why he's such a great hip hop performer that I said earlier today.
Yes, and
he's a performer.
And that's why every album he's talking about, I gave everybody their number one. Did you really give them their number one? Or did you see they waved and hurried up and hopped on their wave to make sure that your name was relevant next to their wave? Rick Ross is going to come up, like him or hate him. Rick Ross is going to come up. Rick Ross is
Can we talk about
since the 90s.
Can we talk about the different genres? Whatever genre is hot, I'ma do that.
Yeah.
Wait. Can we talk about
I want to blend in.
Wait. Can we talk about Hotline Bling?
Stealing my man's whole song.
And what he did to Drum.
And this is what I'm saying. So you telling Drum that you gave his first hit? No, you stole his song and made it hit for you. You stole his song.
He copied Hotline Bling. Damn near beat for beat 440 did.
Yeah.
That was when I heard Cha Cha, and I was like, nigga, for real? And this was after the Meek Mill beef, and I'm just like, I don't have, and I like Drake. I fuck with Drake. I like songs when they're on the radio. I like them when they're in the club. I like them when I'm at somebody's party. But Drake has not been official to me since nothing was the same. And I don't look at you the same. I just don't.
I'm just saying, when a child actor comes up with a song called "Started from the Bottom," now we hear. Come on, dog.
Started from the middle class Jewish wife on a TV show. Now we hear. No, nigga, you never started from the bottom.
Well, you know what he said. Can I tell y'all what my theory is? Fuck it, we're gonna make it viral.
Please, let's
go. We're gonna make it viral. We're gonna get viral. All right, let's tell you what's happening. I'm gonna tell you what's really happening. All right, these little niggas was at the freak offs, playing with each other's little butthole. Somebody came
allegedly,
and now he mad.
Allegedly.
Now they all doing these diss tracks. You know what I'm saying? And everybody trying to use speaking code because they see P. Diddy hot. And they understand, you know what I'm saying? They don't want them to come out that they was at that party too. You know what I'm saying? All in the videos dancing.
I mean, come on, man. You got slapped to the face by Diddy, man. That brings it. If you get slapped to the face by Diddy, that brings a whole new light to your whole persona going on right now.
Come on, man. That whole Diddy thing was allegedly because of, you know what I'm saying, the love triangle between him and French Montana. That ain't me just talking shit. That's what's been on the year.
Okay, wait. You brought up French Montana because wait, hold on, time out. Because you're bringing up French Montana. Because Rick Ross was like, I unfollowed you because you said to cease and desist to French Montana. So please elaborate on that.
Man, because remember, French Montana and Drake, they were like buddies. There was this little, and you know what I'm saying? You know, they had a little moment. And then around the time, you know what I'm saying? Drake allegedly did that, started from the bottom and stole that beat from Puff. You know, Puff sent it to him from Drake to, you know what I'm saying, come up with a song for his album. And Drake was like, fuck you, I'm going to make this my single. They say that's the official reason, but this was all the same time that they was talking about all these motherfuckers was getting Boise at the freak offs. You know what I'm saying? See, it's like everybody shocked and clutching their pearls when you hear these Puffy stories and shit like that. Like, I'm a real nigga who was outside. Yeah, I was legit. Yeah, I was in middle school. But I grew up a little different from other niggas. Like, you know, I knew what was going on. Clint, we was talking about it. Everybody shocked about Puffy. Nigga, Puffy was the party king of Howard University in the early 80s. Okay? If you don't understand that culture, if you don't understand go-go culture, have you ever been to a go-go club and go-go music? You know what that lifestyle's like? Yeah, that's DC, my baby. You feel what I'm saying? All right, it was a couple classes under Puffy, who was the class who, according to the official story, started the freak name, Howard University. For all you know, Puffy started the freak name. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, he was the party king. You know what I'm saying?
But I had to rock to you. And this cat was an intern at Uptown. So he's not even on, he's not up that. He's Puffy and he's Sean. He got on with, I can't think of homegirl's name, that was basically the Manhattan party queen. And started letting it, who taught him how to throw his white party. Got on with her and started throwing parties in Midtown Manhattan. You a runner. How you throwing these parties in Manhattan as a runner and getting on with the person who is notorious for throwing all the debaucherous parties in Manhattan? Like, it's wild. It's wild how it go. Oh, I see we lost Pink for a second. She'll be back in a minute. Yeah. But with all that being the case, that's who you are, how you are, and what's popping off. Yo, that's you've been the freak off king. And being the freak off king, it's like, yo, man, everybody associated with you enough to come at like that. It changed up a whole lot because there's a whole lot of people that's just like, nah, not my thing, not how I'm rolling, whatever. And the shit is wild, man. But yeah, this whole thing with French Montana's name entering the building, with like I said, Puff's interactions with Drake, and now Ross having to speak up on behalf of his artists and where it's bullshit and how it's fucked up or whatever, man. It says a lot and it addresses a lot. And cats have to really like understand this is some real crazy action as far as the suspect nature and the way homeboy is moving, looks, and acts in this. This shit is wild, man. So yeah, it's no, it's nothing to just kind of blow off, man.
Real. I hate to play the stereotype thing and the race card, but if you look at the track record of it, everybody who falls out with him are saying similar things. So you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. And one of the things that they are saying is he the type of nigga to try to get with your bitch. He's a shady, duplicitous motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? In the sense that he's very insincere, you know, and he moves very nervous and neurotic. You know, that's why those Ross lines, white boy, hit so hard, because people who've been paying attention, yeah, he kind of moved like the little white boy of that private school kids who's chilling with his cousins from the projects, all nervous and whatever like that. But yeah, you cool and you grabbing bitches, so now you think you the man. You know what I'm saying? All right, after a year, we let you twist up your fingers. You've been wearing our color a lot, but now you ain't gang, but you know what I'm saying? And so he moving like that nervous cat who got a very passive pass.
So he's Tekashi 6ix9ine, but on a bigger level.
Guess, I mean, I would hate to say that, but you could put that there. I mean, you could put that there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not granted, yeah, through his daddy and them. I bet you he's got some cousins from Memphis to where he wasn't sheltered like that. But, you know, realistically, you know, like you said, this is a Degrassi guy, you know what I'm saying? This the Nickelodeon Disney baby, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm more or less hoping he sought therapy for whatever, God forbid, he went through. You know what I'm saying? During that. So I can see him being somebody who's doing the most to try to get accepted and try to whatever and try to be relevant. I could see how somebody who Kendrick, who's just so universally embraced, bothers him.
Yeah.
Well, he talks about it quite often. I'm sorry to cut you off. He talks about it quite often, how he's not accepted by Black people. He talks about it quite often, that he don't feel like he's accepted by Black people.
Here goes the whole thing. Because I haven't heard anybody Black not say that in some way or form that they aren't a Drake fan. I haven't heard anybody Black say that. So that's a lie. Yeah. The one major thing in all of this that I see in all of it is he has no dog in the fight as far as American Black struggle goes. So when everything goes up that everybody else can speak on, and that's even if you want to go to a lesser extent with people who they never, I'll just say, have conscious lyrics per se, like a Cardi, like a Nicki or whatever, and they can approach the fact of what was going on with the riots, what was going on with the protests like that, and they can say something that says a lot because they can relate, and everybody else, and he cannot. So that's one thing as far as I think the critical acclaim of Kendrick bothers him. If he wants to talk about how he's not felt by Black people, I think his main thing is, like I said, his heroes. So Joe isn't going to say anything to you as far as like, yo, Kendrick be barring, I mean, not Kendrick, excuse me, Drake be barring him up. Mos Def is not going to say, yo, and what Drake said on that last album, this is not going to happen. Even Fonte isn't going to be like, yo, the way Drake barred up on him, that's not going to happen. So I think the acclaim is what kills him.
But on some real shit, hold on, I ain't mean to cut you, but on some real shit, if you legit think about all this, Mos Def was the one who set this whole shit off.
Yeah, Mos Def is the one who set
Mos Def set this whole shit off, dissing Drake.
Yeah.
and it was all facts.
I'm still mad at Mos Def though. He looked goofy though. You can't diss a nigga for being like that, then get caught 2 days later in a dress.
No, that was a kilt. If you notice, that was a kilt, and it was representative with it.
Nah,
with
man, nah, fuck all that. You wear kilt. Yo, you've been my
Kanye
DJ
West wore a kilt too. You bet you had on a dress. You not Scottish. You cannot wear a kilt unless you're Scottish.
Thank you. Or like my DJ on stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like Clinton wore kilts as my DJ on stage. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
If you Scottish, you can wear a kilt.
I was Scottish that day.
Right. You know
and I wore it traditionally. We just gonna put it there.
God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm saying like when you on stage or when you out, you like there's a different thing between like you mean like some of the shit that niggas wear. I get it for the video. I get it because you're performing. All right, you're not wearing that to go. You're not wearing that to walk into Conroy's or whatever the fuck. Like, stop it.
No.
Like, what are we really doing right now? You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying.
I've worn a lot of the most outrageous shit on stage ever.
Yeah, but
and as a female, and as a female, you can't. No.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like motherfuckers be bugging out. Like, yeah, they might. Yeah, I might put on all my chains because I'm in this video or I'm on whatever. Yeah,
that's the problem with everybody want to wear a goddamn leotard. Everybody want to wear it in the bar and 3 layers of lashes, and your lashes is touching your eyebrows. But that's a whole other conversation.
There's a time and a place to go over the top, and that's the over the top moments. But in the regular sense, and the picture of Yasin Bey, my point is, he's in that couch just chilling, just leaning on the side of a building like he's waiting on the bus or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, Mo, you can't be talking about Drake soft and a weirdo while you the nigga in the dress waiting on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Looking like some little art school twink.
It's a time and a place. What I wear on stage, what I wear on
stage, yeah. He would have been on stage.
What I wear on stage, yeah. What I wear on YouTube, where I know I'm gonna be photographed, is completely different. And this is a female. Yeah, I've always been over the top, and I am still that girl. But yeah, it's definitely a difference. I'm not gonna have on a goddamn bodysuit and a goddamn schoolgirl skirt, and I do wear bows in my hair all the time. But it doesn't look the same way as when I'm performing or I'm gonna be presented as Jimmi Pynk. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I'm Jimmi Pynk, it's completely different than when I'm Jamaica. Jamaica don't look like that.
That's word. I definitely give you that.
Yeah, and ain't no grown ass man going somewhere that you ain't supposed to be photographed at. Not going to the store in a kilt. It's a skirt. It's not an event. No. And purses. Now they got on man bags. No, nigga, no.
No. Listen. Now we're going with all this and bringing it back to the battle real quick and looking at this whole thing.
Let's bring it back.
Bringing it back to the battle because we're about to wrap up here in a second. So breaking all this down. So we're looking at this craziness. We're looking at this foolishness. We've pretty much surmised the reason why, because everybody's like, why is it 20-on-1 versus Drake? Because he's emotional. But we're looking at he's emotional. He likes to bring people, significant others into stuff. And if not, it's bad business practices. That's why it's always been people going to him, not him going after people. When he's going after people and saying things about people, it's usually out of jealousy, whether who they got with him, or even one thing my homeboy brought up is all these chicks' names interludes that are named after real chicks or named after nicknames that he's given to women. So basically putting it out there that I mess with your broad to a whole bunch of people. Come on, dog.
And they're always subliminal. He never puts it out there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's right. He's been working for this for ages. And once again, can we really have a legitimate battle from a cat with a team of ghostwriters and that can pick up a ghostwriter every other second versus people that actually do write and you got more skeletons in your closet than the law allow? Because I'm saying,
I will say yes. The reason why I say out of all of this that my favorite is Rick Ross. It was unmastered. He was like, I'm dropping right now.
Yeah. Oh. All right, we're gonna let Pink make that point again when she comes back. Go ahead, weigh in, Mandella.
No, I mean, I agree with what everybody is saying. I mean, dude to me, it seems as though he's not orchestrating, but he's crafting this to be one big ass soap opera or another version of Degrassi, just the hip hop version, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like, because I mean, you got a whole lot of people weighing in. I mean, it's like right now it's lightweight, like a battle royal rumble. You got
I was just about to say that. Thank you, Corey.
You got even females jumping in this shit, dissing this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's got this WWE feel, you know what I'm saying? Like you got Kendrick and Drake are the main event, but building up to that event, you got all these other niggas sliding outside the ring, slapping niggas with folding chairs, motherfuckers running down the motherfucking ramp, you know what I'm saying? Interrupting the ref, you know, the ref's getting ready, 1, 2, and then a nigga come pull his leg, you know what I'm saying? Pull a nigga out the ring,
I'm
fuck
sorry.
him up a little bit.
Go ahead.
I don't know what happened. I feel like Rick Ross is the winner. Rick Ross did what needed to be done. I ain't got time to master. I ain't got to do this. I'm taking full shots. Right now, Rick Ross is my favorite out of all of them. And I've never been a Rick Ross fan. But Rick Ross came with real shots. He said, I'm not mastering this shit. I'm dropping this shit. I'm doing it right now. Rick Ross is the winner. Kendrick was light jabs. Drake, you said some bars, light jabs. Cole, light jabs, and you apologize. Get the fuck out of here. You're not even Big 3 no more.
I'm gonna tell you the truth about Cole's involvement.
21 Savage, Big 3 now. Get the fuck out.
If Cole would have said that Crocodile Tears was his Kendrick diss, I would have said his diss was hard, because Crocodile Tears kind of alluded more so towards it was jabs.
No, you apologized for a diss track that was soft at best. Immediately after you fucking did it, Cole, you not even top 3 to me no more. Get the fuck out. You not go for this.
I'm going back to the conspiracy theory that I hit you with on Facebook. Then on that one, do you believe? And I'm looking at this whole thing, and it got funnier in the light after I made that comment to you on Facebook. Do you believe that Jermaine was basically sitting up there? One, Kendrick helped with the rollout with this diss, but also we're helping with the rollout and doing everything that was done. I believe that Jermaine would literally deliver the Shawn Michaels switch to DX. Nope. That was a super kick that you didn't expect. Because look at it.
I do not agree. I feel like the people that were in Dreamville camp was like, nigga, he came at you. You are probably the person that people would say could possibly get Kendrick. Because let's give it a buck. Nobody thought Drake could.
Because he can't.
I feel like they was like, Cole, you might be the person that can get Kendrick. Which it was a verse. It was 16 bars. You now have the opportunity to donate a whole song. I do not feel like that. I feel like your camp said you need to do this, and I do believe it didn't sit right in your spirit. I do believe if it didn't sit right in your spirit, that this ain't for you. But I do believe that you did it because people in your camp said you had to. I believe all of that. I believe all of that.
Let me get in this real quick. Because first of all, let's get a couple things established. Okay. Shout out to Aubrey Graham for using Jermaine Cole as a human shield.
For real.
That might be the main battery. Honestly, that's
the reason why he apologized is because Jermaine didn't even realize he was a human shield until he released that shit. and realize how stupid it was. And that makes me look at Cole stupid because it's like I said earlier, you know how long it took you to write those rhymes, record those rhymes, mix those rhymes, master that song, and then release it. And it took you to do all that and have the motherfucking people tell you, nah, Jermaine, that ain't it. For you to realize, nah, Jermaine, that ain't it. Okay. And then and I'll close on this point, and I yield my time. There's only one person right now in the mainstream landscape.
Say it.
That's fucking with Kendrick.
Say it.
JID.
Yeah. That's it.
He ain't got but he ain't got it behind him to do it. But I understand what you're saying.
No, he don't have it behind him now because he had Cole behind him. Had motherfucking, you would have made this a Jid Kendrick thing. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine could have sat back like the final boss.
I agree. I agree.
Now you done let Drake slide you off like you was one of his little henchmen.
And let's keep it a buck, because Kendrick can bring out Baby King. He can. To deal with these lower level ones, he can bring out Baby King. Let's not play.
But here goes the whole thing. The way Kendrick's approaching this whole thing and the way he's been approaching this whole thing has been, one, I want a one-on-one. I don't want anybody else. I want you.
I want a one-on-one.
I think that's the whole reason why we haven't heard a Kendrick track yet. He's like, let everybody else get their shit off.
Drake, and just like a goddamn Batman villain, Drake just keeps finding new henchmen to motherfucking hide behind. And just like a Batman villain, he'll even align himself with another mainline villain. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake's one of them. Using the comic book analogy, you know what I'm saying? Drake's one of them mastermind niggas. He ain't got no type of physical whatever, but he one of them niggas. If you let him sit back behind his computer, he gonna fuck your life up.
Can I say this though?
Go ahead.
Kendrick has been, and I said this in my YouTube video, and I ain't really been a big YouTuber. Drake has been depending on everybody else's come up since nothing was the same.
Yeah.
He been depending on everybody else's come up. He ain't got it. He don't got it. You have been depending on everybody else's come up. Future, which, like I said, I want to know the story behind Future and Metro Boomin. You came up with that. Then it was 21 Savage. You already did the Weeknd. We know all of this. You've been coming up on everybody else's come up for a while now.
Yeah. For
a very long time. You have been coming up. You didn't change to reggaeton, Afrobeat. You do whatever the fuck you need to do to stay relevant. And I keep saying this. The reason why you leaked, you jacking off, because for real, who leaked that? It was filmed.
He did that. Of course he did. He wanted everybody to see his little meat.
Because Taylor Swift had Travis Kelce in the NFL and the Super Bowl to raise her ass up. You do whatever it takes to stay on top. That is not an MC. An MC is going to use their lyrics and their music to stay on top.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't really fuck with Drake no more. I really just don't.
When he turned around, when he saw how much SZA's SOS album was ringing off, and then he went and did that Slime You Out, that weak ass, sorry ass Slime You Out.
Slime You Out was trash.
But he was hopping on the SZA train. Then turn around and grab Sexy Red to do Rich Baby Daddy. Come on, dog.
Trash.
You have never seen the
fucking Sexy Red is not. We ain't gonna hear about Sexy Red in 2025. I promise you, we're not.
Not after what I seen yesterday. Hell no.
We're not gonna hear about Sexy Red in 2025.
Yesterday, homie.
What was sent to me via TikTok? That whole Pound Town shit. I was 8 years old when I found that out.
Pound Town? No, dude, you have been jumping on everybody else's train just to stay relevant. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. When I said he leaked that goddamn churro flipping over.
Man, come on,
mind you,
everybody see his meat. He wanted to show y'all that he out there. Remember, he a lover boy. You know what I'm saying?
Mind you,
the world talking about my dick.
Mind you, my preference is yellow biracial men. That's what I like. That is my preference. That's what I like.
You weren't impressed with Aubrey Graham's little man?
It was cool. I could have had a good time on it, but for it to come out when it
for a billionaire rapper at the top of the game calling himself the king. I don't know. I ain't never seen the king throw his dick on the web.
I ain't never seen the king where you already on the phone. So that way, from your point of view, you on the phone watching porn, jacking off. Who is shooting the video? Who's shooting the video? Oh, you leaked it yourself because Taylor Swift had.
That's why they don't trust him.
Because you said it on your own song. The only nigga on you is Taylor. And Taylor had the NFL and Travis Kelce behind her. So now you got to be relative because what's his name? Nevermind ain't do shit. Yo, next album, her loss was cool, but that only did shit in the hood because motherfuckers fucking with 21 Savage. And then you doing For My Dogs that came and went. Nigga, you had to stay relevant. This is the shit that I'm watching that Drake does, and this is why I don't fuck with Drake no more.
Yep.
You do whatever you need to do to stay relevant, and a real MC stay relevant because they got bars, nigga. That's why I like Kendrick. You want to fuck around with Kendrick talking about he ain't got your money, nigga, do you got a Pulitzer Prize for a rap album? Because you will never. Because you will never. Did you do the Super Bowl?
Twice.
Who did?
Didn't Kendrick pop up on Beyonce stuff during the Super Bowl too?
Oh, I thought you said Drake. I was like, who did?
No,
okay, yeah, Kendrick.
No, I said Kendrick.
Did you do the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
you cannot do
Beyonce shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
you can't.
It's Period who did it 2 times. Period.
You can't do what Kendrick does. Numbers mean shit to people like us.
And that's
what you sell don't mean shit to people like us. You got radio hits. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna dance along with you and be like, I know when that hotline bling when I'm in the car and the radio fucking play. But you cannot do what Kendrick does.
But the crazy part is, guess what? Shown on the Hillbillies, Kendrick can do what you can do.
God damn it, the Hillbilly. Can we wait? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera off because I was peeing. Because I want to talk about the Hillbillies. Because oh my god, hold on. Let me turn my camera off. Because I gotta wipe my ass. We keeping the buck.
We keeping it too real. We keeping it beyond the buck today, boy.
We keeping it a buck. And I'm here, and I had to pee. The Hillbillies. Oh, that click off.
Oh, lost her. She'll be back in a second.
Of course.
We wildin' today, boy.
This is fantastic. Man, this is fantastic.
If this don't go viral, y'all just hate hip hop.
Basically.
Y'all
don't mind me. I'm just grabbing some stuff from the kitchen. I'll be right back, man. Just keep cooking for 2 seconds.
We cooking. Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, this is fucking epic, yo. This is great.
Oh man. Yeah, we are the way out here today, boy.
Okay, I tried. I'm sorry, I'm peeing. Listen, Jimmi Pynk is what you see is what you get, and I fucked up. Listen,
good.
The Hillbillies, literal extra, what do you call it? The extra name to it is literally fucking, you know how sticky it gets. They will admit to that. It's them doing, you know how sticky it gets. And I'm going to be honest. I like You Know How Sticky It Gets. It was the only thing that, okay, never mind, whatever the fucking name of that trash ass album was the one song I liked. I liked Sticky. The song's called Sticky. I liked Sticky. It's literally them doing sticky. They even fucking said it's sticky. They used the goddamn hook. I mean, keep them on the stage, which might bring Tyler the Creator in that because Tyler the Creator was in that video. Anyway, I like sticky. And then look what the fuck they did with the hillbillies. Drake, you can't fucking do what Kendrick does.
Not at all.
Kendrick is built different. You can't do what Kendrick does, and I swear to God, what I'm just waiting for is Kendrick to drop the dedicated full goddamn song to Drake. I am waiting for it. You cannot do what Kung Fu Kenny do. You cannot do what K. Dot do. You can't do what Kendrick do. He can send Baby Keem. You can't even do what Baby Keem do. You can't do what Schoolboy Q do. I'm waiting for it. I want it. I want it so bad.
All right, now here goes my other thing here, okay? My other thing in all of this is this. So when Kendrick comes back, now rumor is A+ of TDE fame is the one who did the joint. But I want to know, can we get backseat freestyle? Can we get Shireen can we bring Shireen back out on the side of the caddy? Shireen on the side of Lincoln. I need backseat freestyle Kenny back for this diss, man. I need some ding 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 ding.
We don't need none of that. Regular ass Kendrick Lamar is going to body Drake. You don't have the bars, dude. You don't.
But what I'm saying is I need that level of intensity of Kendrick. I need that hungry ass. I don't need rigor mortis. I was asking for rigor mortis before. I don't need rigor mortis. I need backseat freestyle Kenny. I need Martin Headed Green. I need Martin Headed Green.
Do you think Drake's got it in him to force Kenny to Super Saiyan up like that?
No, like because he has to be likable. He has to be.
Hold on. He brought up his wife's name twice. He brought up his wife's name twice.
Now, yeah, especially if that Hot Whitney drops, it's over. If Hot Whitney drops, Kenny might just black out. You know what I'm saying? Kenny might just
listen to Hot Whitney. I have to listen to Hot Whitney, and if that's a real song, we might have to revisit this particular panel. But
yeah, because if that's the real song, Drake playing dirty. Drake nasty right now. Drake nasty because Hot Whitney's nasty. Not only is it nasty, he's real personal with them bars too. It's like, you might have to punch this nigga. Like something got what I say earlier. Something gonna have to happen.
And you know what's so unfortunate? We don't know if these are actually Drake's bars. If this was actually Drake writing and spitting, we might have a fight. We don't know if these really his bars because
I got you on something different. If Drake was actually on stage performing it, we don't know if it's Drake's bars because of the number of ghostwriters.
That's what I'm saying. We have to see him in the studio, right? And I don't even shit. Oh my God. Drake has always been saying that. I know Meek Mill lost because the real MCs in that generation back to back was a hit. I don't think all diss tracks don't need to be a hit. I told y'all already. I feel like Rick Ross.
Meek Mill lost because that dumbass shit with all them Undertaker horns in the beginning was whack as fuck. And the other song he did was still bland and everything. And yes, back to back was a solid hit. Lyrically, it was a solid diss track. And on top of that, he made you a meme. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was in Philly doing your song with Will Smith on stage.
Yeah, that's hard. That was before the slap. But yeah.
That's insulting.
Wait, can I ask a question randomly outside of this, and we'll get back to this? How y'all feel about Sheether?
I was about to say, that right there, the whole thing as far as not making a diss being a hit, Nicki ain't been the same since Sheether. I'm sorry.
Ain't been the same since Sheether. Thank you.
She ain't been the same since Sheether. And I done had arguments with cats over this talking about how ill she. Not saying that she ain't dope, but she has not been the same since Sheether. Point blank, period. And that no frauds, when you got two other cats to come on a diss track with you and it still don't match up, stop it. Cut it out.
Yeah.
This is the level that I want. This is the level I want. Sheether was not going to be a hit. It was already a song. It's not going to be a hit, but I'm going to hit you as hard as fucking possible. To go over Ether is already letting it be known. I'm coming for your fucking jugular. That's what I want from this. I want Kendrick to come over somebody else's beat. I want Kendrick to come over No Vaseline. I want Kendrick to come over No Vaseline. I want Kendrick to come over, hit him up.
Kendrick really want to hurt him. He'd go over one of Drake's beats. He do like to start it from a bottom, one of Drake's more famous beats, something like that, and just own him.
You know,
he do like that Latifah name calling and rap over the hot shit and just go at motherfuckers.
Well, you know, we did to going over somebody else's beat with Jadakiss and Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel went over that. Put your hands up.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Put your hands up. Go over they beat. I want to see some shit like that. If we're gonna do hip hop beef, let's fucking do hip hop beef. Go over one of his motherfucking beats. And Drake got plenty hits.
What if Kendrick just went and redid all the timestamps? What if Kendrick just went and ripped all the timestamps?
Like a jacket for beats?
Did a jacket
just
beats,
go over
all the timestamps and ended off with that 8 a.m. in Charlotte and just rip him through all of them.
Oh. I hope that's what he's working on.
That'd be crazy.
Ooh, that would be crazy.
I want epic. This is the biggest hip hop beef we've had in fucking probably like 20 years. I wanted to go there. I don't want it to go on no street shit, but bars, I wanted to go there so fucking bad. I would love for motherfucking Kendrick to rap over you the best, you the best I ever had. Oh my God.
Fuck it. If we getting personal and it's getting nasty, I want Kendrick over Hit 'Em Up.
I
said that. Hit 'Em Up. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline, man.
Oh, I got one for y'all.
Dollars and cents.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I want him to go over making a. I want him to go over Making a Murderer by Joe Budden that was already a Drake diss. I want him to go over Joe Budden Making a Murderer.
I got another one for you. He can go over top of the Duck Sick with MCA in the video.
Oh.
If he just use all West Coast classic diss tracks to get at him on
with everybody in the video.
Shut it down.
With everybody who did them in the video.
Wait, Dre Day. He from Compton.
But I'm saying, flip them all with everybody in the video. You got Cube, A, Quick, everybody else in the video. And just flip off of all the famous West Coast diss songs.
That would be dope. But for real, he can just rap.
Have the Outlaws in the background.
I like it, but if he gonna do that, I'd rather him just rap over No Vaseline. No Vaseline. What's y'all greatest diss track? Because No Vaseline is mine. If I'm not going all the way back to Roxanne's Revenge, I'm going No Vaseline.
My personal favorite, and it's just because of my bias, is The Bridge Is Over. But
The Bridge Is Over is dope.
That's my personal bias. But after that,
I can see Kendrick doing The Bridge Is Over too. I mean, what y'all think? What's y'all greatest diss track?
I got a toss up, but I mean, of course, I'm gonna say Ether, but everybody gonna say Ether, so I'm gonna say, but it's a toss up between No Vaseline and Dollars and Cents.
Believe it or not,
Dollars and Cents is dope.
I will never say Ether because I had the opportunity to encounter Big Seven from New Jersey, who helped pen the original version of Ether. And so when I found out that Nas sometimes uses ghostwriters, and it was the song Ether.
Whoa. Allegedly what?
No, you can actually read the credits. Hell, that's why him and Cormega fell out. You know what I'm saying? Life's a bitch.
Oh my God. Okay, clip.
I'll be flooded with ice, so hellfire can't scorch me. That's a Cormega line. That Nas
Clips is giving us a goddamn drop.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's like, every, shit. Like, technically, Clinton don't got to write a word. But if me and him do a song together, then we wrote the song together. But no, there are times when it's like, no, I told him that line. That chorus right there, no, nigga, that was me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's like you were saying, Corey, there is a more personal version of Ether, excuse me. In the respect that is Big Seven was supposed to get signed to Rockefeller. He's from New Jersey, but they had signed Beans and all them Philly niggas, so they like what they need a Jersey nigga. So Big Seven met, and he do a diss track about Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Columbia Records, who Nas was on here, get wind of it. And so they try to get him in with Nas, you know what I'm saying? And basically what Nas did is, you know what I'm saying, he took some elements of Big Seven's song, you feel what I'm saying, and crafted it to the ether, you know what I'm saying? To where basically what Nas did was he took like basically the cadence and the bounce and, you know what I'm saying, the cadence and the bounce and some of the shit in the last verse. But it's one of those things that you hear the original song and it's, you know where it comes from. It's like a Notorious B1 and B.I.G. You know what I'm saying? If you hear,
my God, I just found out about that, and I was just like,
oh yeah. I just found out
about that last night.
I just found out that it was confirmed. I just confirmed it by the internet because I finally heard the nigga song myself. I heard the stories, but I finally heard.
I just found out about that last night. It kept me up last night. I ain't gonna lie, Clips. It kept me up last night, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Because you know he was Biggie Smalls. Is that even how you get his name to be the Notorious B.I.G.? It was so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
all right.
It's crazy.
So can I ask a question?
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
All right.
Everybody in this room is the MC, right?
Okay. You know,
everybody in this room is the MC from the same area, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all dissed anybody in this area?
Oh yeah.
I want names. I want names.
Oh hell no! That's been squashed.
It has been squashed. It's squashed, so we should be able to say it. I know who I dissed.
We do too. We still got the record. It's still on the net.
Oh.
It's still on the net. We got that record.
Oh.
And look, I got a funnier story, and I can only tell it because Mandella is sitting on here. And look, I know who dissed me. And look, I know who dissed me, and Mandela's with him for it. when Kid City broke up in Fat Hat Tracks.
My favorite rapper to rap with is Rick Ross.
But look, hey, everybody here is we've definitely all had internal city beefs, and we've had it out. We've hashed it out, and I think everybody is peace now. But yeah, everybody's got some story.
Well, I'm gonna say mine that wasn't even a real beef. That I remember. Who was Chip Banks and them with? Who was Chip Banks and them?
It wasn't Hilltop. I can't think of it. It was he'd have to.
No, Hilltop is the Sharpers.
Yeah. I don't remember who
Chip was it.
But I remember. I don't think any of us remember the name of the crew.
And it was like Jimmi Pynk. I forgot what Jimmi Pynk on that was like. I never said that. I never did. I just said they wasn't real hip hop. I never had beef with them. Yeah, shout out to Yassine Bey saying that about Drake. You just ain't real hip hop. I don't got beef with you. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all ain't hip hop. And I love Chip Banks, by the way.
Oh, that's my dog.
Listen. Love Chip Banks. I love you. Love you. Love you. Chip, if you watching this, love you. I forgot what y'all was called, though.
Anyway, shout out to them. Shout out to them bringing Elevate down there for the kids and all like that. Shout out to him.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
He's been doing amazing work. Yeah, that's my dog.
He has. He's been doing amazing work. He has.
Yeah, that's my dog. I gave him his first copy.
But that's what I said back then. That's what I said back then. Ain't no allegedly. I said it. That's what I said back then. We was on our hardcore hip hop shit then.
Yeah, back in the day.
Hey, man, motherfuckers have disagreements and shit go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people only understand one thing. Back to even like this Kendrick Drake thing, like to be honest, I mean, as long as don't nobody die, I wouldn't even care if it escalates beyond the mic, because on certain levels it might need to, because you know what I'm saying, some of this shit that niggas is talking, it's like, listen, we ain't never gonna be able to get back to the music until, you know, somebody, we get that
Get hands put to them.
But the niggas we talking about, is they really the niggas we talking about, let's keep it a buck.
Drake need his ass whooped, and a real deal ass whooping. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. All right, yeah. Just fuck the Kendrick thing alone. Can't be running around here. All right, there's too much. All right, these niggas got too much money. All right, this rap rich black millionaire, that's too small of a circle. You know what I'm saying? I know it's growing about a minute, but no, let's be realistic. It's growing this circle for you to be around here, fucking on everybody's baby mama, talking about nanny boo boo, or even worse, like the Kanye thing, saying you fucked his wife when you didn't fuck his wife, causing that drama.
Yeah.
Didn't we go through that with Tupac and Faith and Biggie though?
Well, see, the Tupac thing different. I'm gonna get mad at me. See, the Tupac's first shooting and all like that, and then the whole rape case, that all goes back to the freak offs. Okay, all right. Let's remember.
I'm going back to did you fuck Biggie's wife?
No, but this is pre that. This is the Jimmy Henchman stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember what that girl said in the rape? It was her and 4 niggas up in the goddamn hotel. I don't think she got that many holes.
Mm.
Yeah. Allegedly. Protect the podcast. Allegedly. You gotta protect it. You gotta protect it. Allegedly.
I know anatomy. I know a female only got so many damn holes.
I try to protect you from getting sued, nigga.
When the number of niggas in the room exceed the number of holes, you like, hey, what's going on? They can't just like wait outside, play Tecmo Bowl or something, like, you know.
Well, as an artist, and I never from here, I never have to worry about that. But I don't know about. Yeah.
All right, people do some strange things for some change.
I'm just saying, allegedly for the podcast, allegedly. Protect my man. I'm gonna protect my brother. Allegedly.
I'm gonna protect him. Hey, I didn't say who did what to who or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? All I said is I am 100% sure that, you know what I'm saying, there are not that many serviceable holes on the female body. There's only 3.
Oh, it's only about 3. Yeah.
And afterwards, as my man said in what was that, Father of the Bride, you got superfluous buns. you got superfluous ween sitting up in that room. It gotta go somewhere.
Yeah. What's it doing? Yeah, everything beside everything outside of that, everything outside the 3 entrances and exits is like, what's happening here? And even that's, you know, you got to be partying it with the fuckery at a certain level to, you know what I'm saying, be accessing all 3, you know, like, what kind of party is she?
Who is getting all 3 holes filled at the same time? That is,
you got all 3 holes open. What kind of party is you throwing?
You got all 3 holes filled. What kind of party is you throwing?
Hey,
that's what
all 3 holes filled.
I'm just.
You
I'm
get
just
it
saying.
in, YOLO.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
So wait a minute. So let's go back to this because I want to talk about this as the female MC on the panel.
Okay.
This is a big story. The female beef been going on. The female beef was going on way before this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Nicki coming at Cardi. Cardi coming at Nicki.
Yeah.
People are taking sides.
Mm-hmm.
Glorilla is going on tour with Meg.
Mm-hmm.
Meg is obviously. Meg is going to Nicki. Meg is obviously on Cardi's side.
Right.
Ice Spice, I don't know where the fuck she going.
She don't either.
How y'all feel about these females? Because before this shit popped, the fucking traction was with the female MCs. How do y'all feel about that?
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
All right, respectfully, I gave 1/4 of a fuck about none of that shit and still don't even care because it was hot to me when like Cardi tried to run up on that bitch at the award show and got blapped with the shoe and had a little fat shit over her eye. You know what I'm saying?
That was like 2 years ago.
Thank you. That's what it was fun. And then now it's like, who cares about y'all? You know. And then to be honest with you, let's be honest. Nicki been a weirdo ever since she married that weirdo.
Well, she been fucking with. And listen, I ain't gotta say allegedly. She fucks with people that are sexual predators. I ain't gotta say allegedly. She married to one. Hey. She married to one. Her brother is one. 6ix9ine is convicted. We ain't gotta say allegedly. She do.
Yeah. There's a lot of graping. There's a lot of graping in her circle.
Yeah,
and,
really.
That's kind of weird. And so, honestly, that's another reason why I kind of muted off that whole whatever's going on. And the fact that the Sukiyanas and the Sexy Reds are a thing, you know what I'm saying, is the reason why I muted that whole section of hip hop off in my mind, because it was like nothing. I didn't see nothing good really coming from none of that. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so can I ask something else? Why do you feel like Black women in hip hop they were always sexualized? They were always. I'm saying this as an MC. I made myself infantile in hip hop. I put ponytails in my hair. I wore plaid skirts. I did a thing to make myself more infantile, to sexualize myself less. So why do you feel like, and I feel like it's worse now. It ain't Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. I feel like it's so overly sexualized. Why do y'all feel that is?
I'm gonna interject on that one, because this even goes with how violent, gangster, or everything else the hip hop is. What's mainstream is what's hip hop, and what exists isn't, because you still have your Jean Grays, you still have your Rhapsodies, you still have you still have your what's my girl? Snow the Product is fire. You still have your
Snow the Product is so fire.
You still have No Name, which, by the way, if we talk about battles, No Name did hand Cole his first loss, just going there. But we're going there. And that's a spitter that handed Cole a loss. That handed one of the big three a loss. So we're going to go there for a second. You have spitters that exist. Sa Rock is still dropping stuff like Talk to Me Nice. You got them out there. It's what the mainstream puts out there, because the fact of the matter is, Young Dolph is not the top of the game or the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? Simba exists. TDE still has a hell of a roster. Ab-Soul still dropped the best album of last year, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? With that Herbert album still hasn't been matched for last year, but nobody's talking about it like that. That Herbert album was fucking phenomenal. There is
the clarification. Thank you.
Mainstream,
yes.
Mainstream, and KRS said it the best. I don't have the quote to throw up right now, but he's up there. It's like, yo, it says, how's hip hop doing right now? He's like, hip hop is doing good. He's like, but you just said rap is doing bad. He's like, yeah, rap is doing bad, because rap, he's like, if you have any colonizer that goes up there and puts anything forward, they're going to show you the most negative, the most trifling, the most downtrodden, beaten end of anything. You're not going to see what's flourishing, what's good. We got massive amounts of shorties out here that are elevating the art form. Like, literally, I've had this talk.
Before this, it was all about the women.
Master MCs like these motherfuckers on this panel still out here. That'll motherfucker bite your head off. You know what I'm saying? Like, half these kids, the world didn't even discover
RJ
he was in his 40s.
Yeah. And let's go there for a second. I
will dog walk you, male or female, dog walk you.
Yeah. But let's be honest. I've gotten more music recommendations of people that I follow and check for right now, based off of social media more so than off my streaming service that I follow. Because besides, like Corey, like he said, his if we talking about somebody else that's right now spitting bars and cutting cats' heads off with the women right now, 3D Nate. 3D is crazy with it. Going back to
send me that. I want to hear it. Please send it to me.
But even on top of that, more that I see spitting right now, spitting righteously is women, even more so than the brothers right now, because
I
can't think of her name right now, but that one sister who's a doctor in residency right now and does freestyles in her car on Instagram, ain't nobody spitting like her. And she's, like I said, a doctor in residency, but there happens to be a real spitter. And
we are never. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off. We are never gonna get the respect since Lauryn Hill, and then she did what she did. We're never gonna get the respect for being MCs, for being lyrical, for being smart, unless we show our ass. It's the reason why I fucking retired. We're not. We're not gonna get to that level. We're not gonna get We're not gonna get to that level that we can be. We're never gonna do it.
But if we're going there though, the spitters don't get that level. The fact of the only reason you know who Cole is, okay? The only reason you know who Cole is because he signed to Rock Nation. Okay, if Cole wasn't on Rock Nation, you would not know him.
Exactly. So who is signing me? Who is for real? Who is signing me that I'm not doing? And usually I'm overdone. I've always been overdone. We went to high school together. I'm always overdone. Right. Who's signing me looking like this right now with the bars that I got? Nobody.
But
nobody. I don't got no ass. I'm a size fucking 12. They're not signing me. They're not pushing me. They're not putting up for it. They have rather pushed Cardi B, former stripper, Megan Thee Stallion. They ask.
But
that's not what they're pushing. They want us. Hold on, I gotta say this.
Go ahead.
As a female artist, I have to say this. They are pushing the over-sexualized image of a black woman that they have been pushing since the 1900s. That is what they're gonna push because they want us to look bad. Lauryn Hill was an anomaly. She was an anomaly. They're not. Queen Latifah was an anomaly. They're not pushing that. They want the stereotype. They want the over-sexualized. That's what they want. And I'm sure because amongst here, we can hear female. I love Jean Grey. I love, what's the bitch from Floetry? Not the Floetry, the Raptress. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love that. We love all of that.
But
Lauryn Hill is the rarity. They pushing the over-sexualized black female. And that's why Nicki blew up the way she did with my goddamn style. Let's keep it about.
Oh, absolutely, without a question.
Let's keep it 100 of
my style.
But let's go there for a second. Why I say it's not just y'all. Common right now is a legitimate movie star. Okay, Common is a legitimate movie star, and he will never, ever be a major push musically, even with dropping a new record. And the reason why
it is not the same as a female.
What I'm saying is,
it's not the same.
Is where they were in male, where they replace sexuality from women for males is by everything that is hyper negative. So therefore, if you are not spitting dope boy bars, if you have not killed enough people in it, let's look at Kendrick. Good Kid, Mad City had enough gun bars in it to make him acceptable. He was definitely not going to get to Pimp a Butterfly if Good Kid, Mad City didn't have that many gangbanging bars in it. He would have never.
And that is true. And that is true. But you can't sneak something else.
And Damn had to bring it back around in that circle. Now, I get what you're saying with the fact of the matter is you're not going to allow Megan to sit up there and do 5 twerk songs and then do an uplift the people song. I got you.
When y'all don't even want to accept the fact that Megan is a college graduate.
That part.
I mean, but they don't want to accept it.
Megan is a college graduate. She can spit about other shit if she wanted to. She is a college graduate.
Come on.
You're not going to do it.
I'm gonna be the first.
You want black women to be over sexualized. You want black women to be over sexualized. That's all you want from them. You want them to be ignorant. You want them to be ratchet. You don't.
That's what.
God damn it! We just did the goddamn X-Men show us. They took Storm's power. You don't want it. They took Storm's power off the X-Men show. Storm, which was
she gonna get him.
She will, but she ain't got it for the most of the show, so the goddamn MAGA crowd could watch it. They don't do that.
Here goes the whole thing. If we're looking at industry standard on all cases, and like I said, this is not an all lives matter. I respect 110% what you're saying, because the fact of the matter is, going backwards is the fact that we have to understand that Onika, when she was Nicki Minaj, and when she was Onika Minaj was tearing cats' heads off in battles. All this plastic surgery and all this change of image later is what we're dealing with now, and that's unfortunate. Just like the fact that they did it to Eve, and it pissed me off because she didn't have to be the pit bull in the skirt. When the fact of the matter was, outside of DMX and Drag On, she was the hardest spitter out of fucking Rough Riders. And she was a known quantity in Philly.
Man, you act like the Locks ain't part of Rough Riders. Hold on, clean that up.
Hey, look, they were a late addition. I'm talking about initial Rough Riders. I wasn't going there and hating on the Locks. Don't even put me there. Don't even put me there.
There are some rough females out there. Rest in peace, Boss. She just passed away this year. Rest in peace, Boss. There are Lady of Rage. But did Lady of Rage get the same attention that Yo-Yo did? And who the better spitter? I love Yo-Yo. I love Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo hard. Yo-Yo is hard. You know, I study female hip-hop artists before anybody else. Yo-Yo is hard. But who better? Yo-Yo or Lady Rage?
Of course, it's Rage all day.
Rage was more
okay. But Rage was big. Rage wasn't stereotypically beautiful. Let's talk about Bahamadia.
Oh man,
let's talk about Nonchalant with her sexy ass.
When you're not stereotypically,
that album was hard. Nonchalant album was hard.
Nonchalant too. But when I'm saying you're not stereotypically beautiful, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm bigger. But stereotypically, I have more Eurocentric features. I'm light skinned. I have nice hair on the wig right now, but I have nice skin. It's easier if you're stereotypically beautiful.
But once again,
bars don't matter when you're a female. It don't.
In the mainstream,
yes.
And that's
you can only go so far if you're not stereotypically beautiful. You have to be the right size, the right look.
And that's what I'm saying.
Don't get me started on Beyonce. That's why she got all that goddamn surgery. Don't get me started.
That's what I'm saying. This is a whole different look. We could definitely approach that on how the industry is skewed on everything. Because even like you said, it's even played on the fact of how that battle, like you said, a very active battle, went cold strictly for the fact of there was no ears on it. Because all right, we don't want to hear your. Let's be honest, we don't want to hear your battle. Who's shaking ass next? Was what basically happened there.
Cole in my case, is the reason why Cole in the big three for us. I'm sorry, I'm not going to cut you off, but the reason why Cole is the big three is hip hop heads.
Right. But where I'm gonna go real quick is my problem with that.
He ain't big three for that. No, not for what the industry want. He ain't big three.
No, but what I'm gonna address real quick is where that battle went soft for me with the fact of how long it's been brewing and the fact that y'all got that active. It went too inactive too quick. It went to Twitter fingers and nothing else too quick. They stopped dropping songs. Everybody dropped one song and then disappeared. It's like, okay, y'all don't have access to studios like that. Go at each other for real. Let's get more. Let's get more cuts out of it. That's why
I said to me, motherfucking Rick Ross is the winner. He said, I ain't waiting for mastering. he did what we would do. Ain't got to be master. I dropped these bars. I told my truth. This is what it is, and that's why fucking Ross to me right now is the fucking winner.
Yeah,
I ain't waiting for it to be mastered. I'm dropping what I get. That's old school beef in hip hop, and I think Ross has got some more to say because he already said he did, and I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting for it all day. Well, we gonna wrap this
Who
one
y'all
up
waiting
right
for?
here.
Y'all waiting for Drake? Y'all waiting for Drake to drop something else? Who y'all waiting for?
Will the real Drake please stand up? And he's not going to because he's gonna get laid right back down by Kendrick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Who y'all waiting for?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm waiting to take these meds.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. Okay, so
we on a podcast. Who you waiting for hip hop, nigga? I'm waiting for K-Dot.
I mean, shit, I ain't waiting for none of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I know I got new albums coming out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this time to say shout out to the Schwable Room, shout out to Clint, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, Beatdown Brown, Handsome Mandella, everybody over there. You already know, man. I mean, this goes back to the IE days, man. This is a love affair right here. This is really
Ill Elements.
You know what I'm saying?
Ill Elements.
Jimmi Pynk, I go all the way back to the Slow Kids type action. Like they don't even understand
Slow Kids. You went back to Slow Kids? Damn, you went back to Slow Kids.
Yeah,
like,
running with scissors.
We got some stories to tell.
Running
you know,
with scissors.
Check me out,
That's
man.
another podcast, y'all.
330 on YouTube, on IG. I got music out, man. I got albums out, and I've been re-releasing shit from, you know, the Halcyon days, if you will. You know, the golden era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Look me up, man. I got to get up out of here, man. But hey, yo, it's been a blast. Hey, Pink, I'm gonna throw my map up in the private chat, man. Hit me up so I can lock you in. You ain't retired. I'm gonna bring your ass out of retirement. We ain't gonna.
That Eclipz, where that song at that we did?
Yeah. That shit was fire right there. Yeah.
Where's that though?
Where it's at? What song? What album is on? That's on the Bada album Affair. I will be re-releasing that album probably by the end of the year. That album, because that's from the Bada album trilogy. And I think before I release the individual albums from the trilogy, I was going to release the anthology.
Okay. That's on point. So,
but I definitely, that song's on the anthology though. So yeah, you'll definitely be that'll be out on all major platforms real soon.
All right, so with that said, I'm gonna make sure we will keep shouting out the albums, keep shouting out the Smoke Signals podcast is gonna be coming back soon. My homegirl Jimmi Pynk, the owner of Nostalgia Mask Incorporated. As you can see, I got As Is and Nostalgia Mask up here represented, and we will be shouting out the math for both of those.
For sure, but one more thing, though, as far as the giving flowers, I got the whole left-legged Goldtron thing popping, and that would not be even happening if it wasn't for the homegirl Jimmi Pynk. Real shit. Back in the day, I mean, she like right now, this feels like one big digital big experience, you know what I'm saying? And getting all the game that I done got from you back in the big from way back in the day and all that. I listened, I learned, I channeled that shit. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have that shit. Much salute, much love, and much respect for sure. For sure.
I appreciate that.
Hopefully coming up soon, we'll have that new Kenny drop and then see if that Whitney was a real drop or not, because that might dictate how soon we hear from Kenny if that was a real drop or not. But besides that, we want to see this kid.
If that shit was a real drop, it might go back to that no-fly zone shit that Trick was doing in Detroit.
Yeah.
Over LA.
Wait, listen.
That nigga better move out that LA mansion. You better get out of Calabasas if that's a real song.
Yeah, Calabasas.
Listen. We got to make a pact. If any of this shit is real, this panel got to come back. This exact panel got to come back.
Oh, it's on.
Said and done.
Say less.
Said and done.
Say less.
Yeah.
If y'all don't think I can spit, go on Jimmi Pynk topic that same goddamn name that's under your thing, Jimmi Pynk Dash Topic on YouTube. My albums is on there. I do Beatdown. I am still working on that goddamn clue shit. I'm about to try some. Yeah, we about to get it in, but I gotta go to work. Well, tomorrow, but I gotta get my shit together. I ain't ate yet today, but this was so important to
go tonight.
This is so important today. I gotta take a goddamn headset back because the original earphones and microphone was fucked up. But hey, I know I'm drunk. This is what we do. This is old school. This is what we do. We kick it. We drink. We smoke. We talk hip hop. This shit been 25 years in the making. So y'all just seen a family reunion today.
Yeah,
for sure.
And this is what we do. And I love each and every one of y'all, and y'all know that.
Likewise, the love is returned and reciprocated for sure.
Hell yeah.
Because these conversations we was having before it was even a fucking YouTube, before it was even a Google. That's what we do. And y'all ain't gonna see half of the fuck what we could do. We can be on this bitch for 6 hours just talking hip hop. Y'all don't even know.
Oh, hell yeah.
For sure.
So we're gonna get together again. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I'm gonna go get my work shit together, eat. I love y'all. We're gonna talk more because I have to sneak it in. We're gonna talk more about this female hip hop shit too.
Oh hell yeah, we could do that exclusively. We can get on one of those.
Indeed, for sure. That could be a whole.
All right, I love y'all. I'm gonna roll out.
Hey, Jimmy.
Right back.
Love y'all so much.
Peace. Love y'all. We out.
Peace.